And we're going to be getting into it here as we have spawning down in the bottom left for Storm Gaming. It is Gerald.
And his opponent in the upper right, representing Root Gaming. In the red, it is KingCobra. Yeah, that should be a good one, Steadfast. I'm pretty excited. Like you said, not the largest rush distance, not the shortest rush distance. But it's still kind of a smaller map, so this should be pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty small map here. Right out of the gate, we do have a gate. So it is not going to be a cannon rush, not going to be anything crazy. It will be at least a marginally standard build, and that's good. It's good for, I think, Gerald, because he's going to be confident about that one in general. Oh,
yeah, for sure. It looks like we are going to have a 2-gate from both players, as it would stand. Oh, KingCobra, anyway, that's a little cheekier. He has his second pylon that quick, but that being said, I think he's going to make a fool of me and not double gate. It almost looks like he's going to go right for a core right after this. How about you, Steadfast?
Yeah,
awkward.
KingCobra is one of those players that will neglect the double gate, and he'll even do weird stuff like, for example, putting the cybernetics core in the back, so it is more difficult to scout and see if your opponent has started up warp gate or anything like that. He is a player that will march to the beat of his own drum, and there's something to be said for that.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. That's just the kind of stuff we don't really see a lot of on a lot of our matches when we're doing EPT Open Cups and stuff. Definitely a little bit of a treat to see something of a bit of a break from the meta, if you will, in either a double gate, double gate not necessarily expand or delayed expand versus the 1-gate expand, and what's currently been happening in PvP lately.
Ooh, look at that cheeky little manor pylon coming in from Gerald. Says you're not going to be allowed to mine from this mineral patch, and it's not free. It does cost you that 25 minerals, but it's going to delay this for a long time, and it lets you kind of dictate things a little bit. You're the one who's like, I did the cool thing. I made you come to me. Now, of course, that Zealot was out for KingCobra, so it's no big deal.
Oh, yeah, so was forced to cancel it, and I think consequentially, one thing to note on that, he only captured 1 probe. As you know, Gerald is very, very big on doing that pretty frequently. I know you and I have covered him a lot doing it, but I think when he has 2 probes in there, he'll tend to leave it even with the Zealot and just let it finish.
Oh yeah, and it's worthwhile in that case. It's you're choosing to interrupt your own build in order to interrupt theirs as well. Speaking of which, it is going to be a quicker Nexus for KingCobra and into a Stargate. It feels like this pylon's late, but maybe it's just, no, I guess it's just all part of his build order. It feels like it was a little bit late, but no big deal. Quick sentry for the hallucination. Interesting move.
Oh, and there's a robotics facility follow-up to the Stargate from KingCobra. Well, Gerald's just opening Twilight. Pretty standard, probably going into Blink Stalkers is, a pretty standard PvP opener. This is pretty cool stuff, Steadfast. And, I gotta say, this can go anywhere at this point from what it looks like.
Yeah, we got a couple of Adepts coming across the map in addition to these 2 Stalkers. Now, there is a probe in the wall, so KingCobra is going to be fine. He's actually going to cancel this. That means he can go after the Sentry. Will get that right there. That's a pretty big pickoff. Oracle is going to turn on his Pulsar Cannon. And with the Stalkers here, KingCobra is going to be able to force him back, gets both Adept kills. Overall, I still think that as long as Gerald gets out with both Stalkers, which is going to be a little close. Oh, he really can't afford to let this one take the shot. He does take the shot, but the shield's regenerated enough. Gerald going to adjust back to make sure he gets out of there. And it's going to be 2 Adepts for a Zealot and a Sentry. Yeah, I'd say that's actually a little bit better for Gerald right there. The cost of the Sentry it's a big gas investment early. He's not going to be able to get any more value from that. And the Oracle also had to turn on its Pulsar Cannon. Yeah, this is totally fine for Gerald.
Oh, for sure. And just thinking about how much gas was invested, a couple of Oracles. We got an Immortal coming out, the robotics facility. Gerald's he's capitalizing on it. So keeping those Stalkers alive is just extra value. But definitely nice micro on that pullback of the 1. It seemed like it one hair of a difference, and that could have been one dead stalker.
Yeah, he did some very subtle positional adjustments there to try and make sure the second stalker that was higher on HP didn't interrupt its movement too much. It almost was enough, but he was able to squeak out of there. And it may not seem like much, but in the early game, it is a big deal. Speaking of which, we're going to see the double Oracle coming to the right side, and it's going to find this pressure play coming in from Gerald. KingCobra will, of course, pick off the probe, only using one Oracle, because why would you use both? But there's no very quick third Nexus from KingCobra, so I don't think there's much opportunity for Gerald to get a punish. He might just be trying to kind of exert himself on the map a little bit. Oh, this is a nice find. Oh, he does get the first Oracle, and that's the high-energy Oracle. That is a huge pickoff right there.
Oh, that was some great value, Steadfast. As you said, the high-energy Oracle on top of it. This other guy only has enough for maybe a Stasis Warden here with the shield battery, and obviously not going to find much else value. Gerald's going to pay attention. And 2 probes, not too bad of a save.
Yeah, it's a nice quick reaction time there, and this is what I was expecting. If it wasn't a cannon rush, I figured it was going to be something like this. Fleet Beacon coming in from Gerald, or from KingCobra, I should say. He's going to be heading up into those carriers, but the problem is Gerald's already got a third Nexus, and it is nearly saturated here. He's actually going to add on his own Stargate. So he is potentially already preparing for a Tempest transition of his own to preempt this move.
Oh my gosh, it's not. You see what I'm saying? Minus
oh,
400,
wow.
Minus 400 Steadfast. It's a mothership.
That is wild right there. And in that case, the Stargate of Gerald, if he can recognize this, he will be able to start up an Oracle for Revelation, which will be handy here. But a mothership rush in our first match of the day. Let's freaking go. KingCobra coming in with the builds. He is pretty brutally supply blocked here at 86, but he doesn't have a warp gate, so he doesn't even care about that. He's not looking to warp in units. His other production structures are underway. Oh, looks like Gerald gets a bit of a bloody nose, but he picks off that hallucination, and that's kind of nice too. Denying scouting is always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh man, there's that carrier coming up, like you said. But I don't think I've ever seen this, and if I have, it's been quite some time. A mortal mothership with a single Chad carrier, Steadfast. Like, this is something we don't see every day.
Yeah, and I feel like Gerald's already so well set up to deal with this. He's getting up to 4 Nexi. His gateway explosion's coming online pretty quickly, so he's going to be already on 6 gateways, or rather... Oh, yeah, 6 gateways pretty soon. And then... Where is that 6th gateway? Where are you? Am I crazy? I might be. Probe's going down. Oh. Oh. Yeah. He blinked into a big stasis ward right there. Whoa. Gotta be careful.
Definitely a little rough. He lost a couple stalkers as well, and yeah, that disjointed his attack a bit. But,
And important to note that, oh, wow, he's going to blink it on top of the mothership. Battery overcharge will not keep it alive, and there's the minus 400 you were talking about. Now, Gerald is going to lose a fair number of stalkers for that, but that is super worthwhile. Even without a big eco lead, it would be worthwhile, I think, on cost alone. But with the eco lead that he's got, it is so worthwhile.
Oh, man, this is wild. 2 base. I got to hand it to you, Steadfast. You called about KingCobra. Certainly an unorthodox player. I've only seen a bit of him in recent... It's been a while since I've seen him. This is something, man, but I think it's going to be cleaned up here pretty quickly. I don't know about you.
That was a phenomenal force field right there from Gerald, and he is going to just blink forward, takes down all 5 Immortals, and will also take down the game. Great stuff coming in from Gerald. And a strong statement game in the first match of this one.
Oh, absolutely. All right.
Looks like Tropical Sacrifice is going to be map number 2 here. Going to be pretty good. Pretty good. So it's a big map here. I think that's going to favor Gerald decently. I wonder if this map we will in fact see the cannon rush. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, very well. It's very much a possibility. I doubt we're going to see that from Gerald, but...
No,
You know?
no, I'm definitely talking about KingCobra there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll be paying pretty close attention to how things go here. If there's going to be, a quick chrono boost, which is almost always an indicator of a cannon rush. If there's something else on the docket, we're gonna be keeping our eyes peeled for that.
Oh, for sure. We're certainly in line for some good quality stuff here. Either way, do you think KingCobra's got a shot to bring it back here in game number 2, Steadfast?
I mean, he already pulled out a very unorthodox strategy, and it certainly did not pay dividends. So I'm not feeling amazing about his chances in game 2, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, a cannon rush can beat anyone. If you execute the cannon rush well, if your opponent defends just a little bit suboptimally, it can go very quickly. Oh boy, that's a struggle on that one as we have spawning up at the top right for Root Gaming. It is KingCobra in the red.
And his opponent. Oh, sorry. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Psystorm Gaming. It is Gerald in the blue. Oops.
No worries, no worries. This is kind of funny, by the way, because Gerald is a player that is absolutely... He just refuses to do the low ground single gate expansion. And even though the maps these days are pretty much all heavily in favor of it, there's 5 maps in the pool that have the low ground ramp at the natural. And the other 2 maps have a rather pinched off natural expansion. I think the only one that pretty much for sure you're not going to go for it on is probably Cosmic Sapphire. Moondance, probably not going to go for it either, but you still can make an argument for it. But
For sure.
yeah, Gerald is one of those players. He's just going to go 2-gate. That's just what he's going to do.
Yeah, it's very rare. I have seen him do it. But like you said, it's pretty rare for him to do that 1-gate low ground expand. With that being said, I think he's still, even against, say, a tougher opponent to him, I've seen him take games doing just that, where a lot of people just feel behind. I just think he's very confident in his play with the 2-gate expand, or at least 2-gate openers, maybe 2-gate Stargate into expand. Just something I think he's just extra comfortable and confident with.
Oh, absolutely. He is, and there's a good reason. His macro play is some of the best late game PvP in Europe. It's phenomenal. It's outstanding. He's never gonna feel bad. If anything, I would say more so the problem that he, 2 gates every game, more so than that, is the problem that he's got a bit of a reputation for pretty much always playing macro, never all-inning. And that's the kind of thing that can definitely make it easier for your opponents, because they can just strike certain things off the list, and that makes planning out against series against you a lot easier. Now, we've got something very interesting right here. We've got a pylon blocking the wall, but more importantly, KingCobra is going to be going for an all-in. This Stargate is a fake. It is a fake Stargate, and it is going to almost certainly catch Gerald off guard. He built 4 pylons. That's 100 minerals. Gerald, oh, he just looked at, oh my god, he's going to scout it instantly. Oh, this is
huge.
And he does see it. Okay. Oh, this is massive.
That is amazing. I'm sorry, but damn, when do we see this? It scouted right off the rip, though, but that was like 500 IQ play right there. Not to cut you off, but damn.
Yeah, this is definitely a situation where he knows his opponent well. Now, he is actually in a lot of trouble right here. His 2 stalkers are not set up together, and even if he kills this pylon, there's another one to back it up. He's going to lose one of these stalkers. That's a huge deal right here. He did delay his own production. He's going to have to cancel this Nexus. I don't see any possible way that he can hold it. This is already a really tricky situation. He is building an Oracle, and there's no shield battery in the main mineral line for KingCobra. So there is potential that this Oracle could actually get a lot done for Gerald. Oh, wow, he's warping into Zealot on the low ground. That's That's bold. I don't know if I like that.
He's not going to cancel the Nexus, and...
oh, no, he did. He did cancel the Nexus. He got the cancel on it.
Yeah, that was just the last second. Wow. What a game, Steadfast.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a funky one, but with the sentry on the top of the ramp, Gerald has the ability to warp in more. He's going to get a ton of damage with this. Does KingCobra have the ability to warp in? I think he might have just warped in. He's going to try and force the ramp, and Force Field's going to come on in. There is a Warp Freezer being built. It's not out yet, though. This is going to go amazingly for Gerald. He is gutting his opponent's economy behind this. He's kept both Immortals out. There is another Force Field ready to go. He's going to keep the other Immortals out again, and now there's no high ground vision. Gerald is, well, he is in an amazing spot now. He's up 11 workers. He's held the first attack. He's got his own Immortal about to hit the field. KingCobra is, well, looking down the barrel of his first 2-0 loss. Ooh, Force Field. Oh, it will catch both of them, and there's the GG. That is about as quick and